Hello and welcome to FacChat, a series of interviews with the faculty of Srishti Manipal Institute of Art, Design and Technology, Bangalore. Today we have with us award-winning filmmaker Sanjay Barnela, who also leads a lab, Srishti Films. Sanjay, welcome to our chat session.
Thank you, Niret.
Tell us a little bit about Srishti Films and what you do with it.
So, Srishti Films is what we call a space for project-based learnings. It's an internship, apprenticeship space. So it's a center, it's an independent center, which is part of the Srishti Manipal umbrella. But we do commission projects, for instance. We do commission projects, we get our own funding. Students get to come and learn on commission projects. So they get hands-on experience of working on what we call client projects. It has multiple outputs. So it's not only about making films. We are making magazines, flyers, brochures. We also recently designed a wildlife interpretation center for them. So it's about public space design. So we have students from multiple backgrounds interning through us, interning through Srishti Films, getting hands-on.
If you had to hard sell SMI as a place where you can learn filmmaking and prepare for a filmmaking career, what would you say?
Well, if you're talking about SMI, then I would say we have a very happy mix of fiction and non-fiction both. So Srishti Films, for example, is only working with non-fiction film. So we have a film department which works with fiction, and we work with non-fiction. So a student would get a very balanced sense of both styles of filmmaking, and they're different. They're very different. Non-fiction film, documentary filmmaking is about engaging with real life issues in real time. We take them to the field, they engage with multiple social, cultural contexts, interact with people, and it's a different way of challenging their creativity and aesthetic sense. So both.
Sanjay, one thing that you're passionate about is the workshop you do everywhere in the Himalayas. You're a passionate mountaineer. You do a lot of climbing every year, and now you've organized these workshops in the Himalayas. Tell us a little bit about that. Who are you reaching out to? Who do you hope will make it? What are the kind of numbers we're talking about?
So this is called Above 10,000. Literally it alludes to the altitude, above 10,000 feet. And it's a Himalayan filmmaking workshop. So our idea was, students should get to also engage with issues that they do not get to engage with when they're living in their cities, in the metros, even here in college. So these are very pressing, burning issues: climate change, glacial melt, working with pastoralists in the alpine meadows, flora, fauna. So there are multiple issues. So we have designed this workshop, it's a niche workshop, which is only targeting these kind of issues for students to come and engage with. Of course, it's a lot of fun. You trek up to the alpine meadow. You can't be airdropped. You have to trek up, trek down. And you spend 2 wonderful weeks just engaging and working on issues, coming back with films, posters, flyers.
So who are the people who this workshop is open to? Who are those who can apply for this? Is there an application process? How does it work?
So it's open to all aspiring practitioners, or even somebody who wants to just dabble. So it's open to, say, the age group is 16 to 28, 29. So you could be a working professional. You might want to dabble in, filmmaking. You might want to engage with issues of climate change, high alpine meadow issues. You can come enroll for the workshop. You could be a school student finishing class 11, class 12. You can come and enroll for this. And we organize it during the vacation, so summer vacation, autumn. And those are wonderful months to be in the Himalayas anyway.
Sanjay, many of your students have gone out to do quite a few amazing things. Tell us one of your leading alumni stories. Somebody with the Srishti Films went on to study further, and where did they land up when they left college?
There are so many stories. It's been a fulfilling journey. When I look back, actually, we're just going to complete 10 years next week of Srishti Films. And when I look at some of our young alumni, they're all over the world. One of our 2014 batch graduates is she's the content manager at Amazon Prime, based in Los Angeles, and she's handling 8 countries, and she's managing content. There are 2 students who recently got the Dog Nomad Scholarship, which is a fully funded scholarship for 2 years for a master's program based in 3 countries in Europe. So they won those on the basis of the work they did here at Srishti. There are people who are working in Netflix, who are big cinematographers already, there are people who set up their own companies who are also making, for me, the fulfilling thing is they're also now making their own films on similar issues of conservation, livelihoods. It's not only about doing commercial work. So it's a very wide canvas, and it's very, very nice and fulfilling.
What's your favorite Srishti story, anecdote that you can tell our audience?
So at Srishti Films we travel a lot, and we travel to places which are not on the tourist map. We go off the beaten trail, so to say, and overseas too. We've had many international projects, so our students have traveled to Africa and Southeast Asia. But traveling with students is always fun, and we always say we also make films because we're also foodies and we do a whole lot of other activities, fun activities when we're out on shoot. So we have food competition, we have eating competition, drinking competition. Drinking being when I'm talking about buttermilk, right? So in Kutch, my big regret is losing a buttermilk/lassi drinking competition to a student of mine. After a full thali, I had 9 glasses, he had the 10th one. But in the same trip, I won the dabeli eating competition. So we had dabeli, which is a Gujarati burger, dabeli eating competition. I had 6, he had 3.
Doing some research on you, I found out that your favorite expression of exasperation when dealing with somebody who's not getting it is the term ghan chakkar. What exactly does that mean, and in what circumstances do you use it?
Ghan chakkar is very harmless. It's not an expletive. It's an endearment, but it's used in a tone which can be, which attracts attention to students, I would say. So I had a student who got the Document Fellowship, scholarship in Europe. She sent me a lovely mail from Portugal about missing Srishti Films, and she signed out saying your favorite Ghan chakkar. So it was very, very touching, very nice. So Ghan chakkar literally means a jacket.
Sanjay Barnela, thank you very much.